top global news headlines today, December 20th, 2025. 1. High-stakes Ukraine peace talks move to Miami. Russian envoy Kirill Dmitriev is scheduled to meet U.S. envoys Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner in Miami today, following a week of intense shuttle diplomacy in Berlin. The proposed plan reportedly includes Article 5-like security guarantees for Ukraine and the creation of a free economic zone in disputed territories. Russian President Vladimir Putin has warned that Moscow will seek further territorial gains if the terms are rejected. Number 2. Australia launches national gun buyback and sweeping reforms. Following the Bondi Beach terrorist attack, Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese announced a nationwide gun buyback scheme modeled on the 1996 Port Arthur reforms. New South Wales has introduced what officials call the toughest firearms laws in a generation, including reclassifying high-powered hunting rifles, reducing magazine capacities to 5 rounds, and restricting gun licenses to Australian citizens only. Number 3. Thailand-Cambodia truce collapses as fighting resumes. The Donald Trump-brokered ceasefire between Thailand and Cambodia has reportedly collapsed, with heavy fighting resuming along the border. At least 27 new deaths have been reported, including civilians, and more than 500,000 residents have fled their homes. Tensions are focused on allegations that new landmines have been laid near the Priya Vihar temple. 4. Sydney attacker charged with 59 criminal offenses. The surviving 24-year-old gunman from the Bondi Beach massacre has been formally charged from his hospital bed, charging 15 counts of murder and committing a terrorist act. Investigators say the 2 attackers were motivated by extremist ideology and used legally obtained firearms. Number 5. India's Shanti Bill clears path for private nuclear power. India's Sustainable Harnessing and Advancement of Nuclear Energy Shanti Bill has moved closer to final implementation. The landmark legislation allows private companies to build and operate nuclear power plants, supporting India's goal of reaching 100 gigawatts of nuclear capacity by 2047. 6. Protests erupt in Bangladesh after activist's death. Mass protests have spread across Dhaka and other cities following the death of a prominent student activist who was shot last week. Demonstrators have targeted properties linked to the former ruling party, while security forces remain on high alert amid fears of broader instability within the interim government. 7. China launches Manhattan Project, style push for AI chips. Reports indicate that China has launched a massive, secret, state-backed initiative to achieve self-reliance in advanced AI semiconductors. The project is seen as a direct response to tightening U.S. export controls and aims to challenge Western dominance in high-end AI processing technology. 8. U.S. Senate passes $901 billion defense budget. The U.S. Senate has approved a $901 billion defense bill, including funding for the new Warrior Dividend Payment Program for U.S. troops. The package also authorizes the largest ever U.S. arms sale to Taiwan, valued at $11.1 billion. Number 9. Saudi Arabia deports 56,000 Pakistanis in begging crackdown. Saudi authorities have deported more than 56,000 Pakistani nationals amid a sweeping crackdown on organized begging networks. Officials say many individuals were arrested for misusing tourist and pilgrimage visas, prompting diplomatic engagement between Saudi Arabia and Pakistan. 10. Global sports. Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua in Miami. The sports world is focused on Miami today as Jake Paul faces Anthony Joshua in a highly anticipated heavyweight bout. In cricket, India looks to seal the T20 series against South Africa in the final match at Ahmedabad.